Hey, what's up? Yeah, so I'm creating this. This is my first video, and I'm gonna start recording myself, just so I can think a little bit clearer and I can articulate my thoughts better. Because at this very moment, I don't feel as productive as I should be. And I just read an article that says that business is really more about thinking. It's like they use a metaphor about a surgeon that, like, great surgeons don't just go in and start cutting stuff up. They take their time and they plan things out and they figure out a way to have the maximum impact with the minimum effort, um, so they can cut less, basically. And they figure this out, and only until they figured it out do they go in and they start to really operate on somebody. So I just read this. It was actually a Quora response from a guy, and he was the guy that owns the company 1-800 Got Junk. And apparently it's a big corporation, like 175 million in revenue or something like that. And yeah, so coming from somebody like that, and he was actually mentioning another, probably a way bigger example, of Warren Buffett, that he says that Warren Buffett spends about 90% of his time just reading and thinking. That's most of his career. So when you really put that into perspective, uh, like, and having been just grinding out for the past 10 years and really not being close to where I feel like I should be, I feel like, okay, I'm doing something wrong. It's not just working here, because sometimes you just get kind of caught in the work process. And it's good, you have to have a strong work ethic, but if you don't really plan out exactly what you need to do, then yeah, you end up just doing things that aren't necessary, or that aren't really impactful. So this is, like, my first session creating these videos, but I really want to start putting my thoughts into, I guess, just verbalizing my thoughts and putting them online for people to see if interested, and becoming a better decision maker. And that's a big part of why I'm doing this. And I think that if I really, right now I'm building a company, and it's to give you guys a context, I'm building a coffee company, and we sell exclusively online. And what we've done so far is we started out offering prices. And our first idea was just to sell premium coffee with prices inside. And then originally it was supposed to be a trip, so we started selling the coffee with a scratcher inside that gave you the opportunity to win a trip. And started doing marketing tests. Started spending money on Facebook ads to send to our website, and started testing out the idea, see if it worked. And after a few $100s spent, maybe actually a lot more, maybe, well, not a lot more, but about perhaps 12 to 1,500 dollars spent, I just gotten one or two sales. So it was becoming apparent that maybe people were not interested in the trip. And I started to come up with a different strategy, and I tested putting rings inside. And so we decided to test putting rings inside, and that got a way better response. So the company name is Abahabra, and then we started to put the rings inside, and we started like almost breaking even, almost. I mean, some days we'd break even, but most of the time we'd really, spend $100, make about 70 or something like that. So this is kind of where things are at right now. And so far, I am in the past couple of weeks, nothing major has really happened. We have been sort of stuck, and I'm trying to figure out what the next step is. But part of what I'm doing is not just running around and doing tests without really thinking about it. I mean, it's good to optimize, but something that I've noticed with people that I know that are really successful is they make big changes. So one of the things that I wanted to do was think about what the next big change is, because if I just tweak things from what we currently have, maybe we can start breaking even consistently, or maybe we can make $120 for every 100 spent. But really, since we're selling a physical product, we would still be losing a ton of money. So to really get profitable returns where our marketing campaign makes sense to run, we should be getting about, for every $100, we should be getting about 300 to 400 in return. Because if we're just getting 300, if we're getting 200%, even, we're really not making much money or any at all. And it's a lot of work for me to do, because right now it's just me and my sister. So it's a lot of work for me to do these tests. And not just the tests, okay, I'm losing money on the test, but I also have to spend a lot of time packing the bags myself. And I need to like make the ring fit, like seal the bags. I need to do all these things. I need to go to the post office. I need to pack everything and like currently I don't have like a label printer, so I print the names myself. And it's so much work for actually losing money. I'm paying to do this, so it doesn't really make sense. So I wanted to come up with a better strategy. I need to improve. And one of the things that I think could happen right now that I need to do is, since originally the product was intended to be premium coffee, I started realizing that perhaps people are not as interested in premium single origin coffee as we originally thought. Perhaps I think that what we're seeing is that people want cheaper coffee. They want fun stuff, but if we're talking about mass media, realistically, most people aren't buying organic coffee all the time. Most people are buying it from the grocery stores, so they're really buying Folgers. They're buying like Keurig. I don't know how to say that, but Keurig coffee, and then like Peet's. And these are coffees that are much cheaper than ours. Our original price point was $25 plus shipping. And I've tried to bring the cost down, but really, we haven't found the sweet spot where we can actually make any money whatsoever. So that, like, there's always the thing that if we raise the prices, we increase the profit per bag, but we also theoretically are lowering our conversion rate. So this has been a testing point that I still have not figured out, because what happens now is that people only buy one bag, and when we had it at $25, we had people buying two bags. So I think that this is something that needs to be tested further. But for now, we've decided to do something based on copying what other people are doing successfully. And I think that the company that does it best online is Death Wish Coffee. Actually, I love their marketing. I love what they do. It's so well branded and it's pretty clear. But but yeah, I mean, there are different. They have a different target audience. They basically sell coffee that has a lot of caffeine. About, I think it's more than twice than the coffee that has the most caffeine. So it's, I think it's a younger audience, where our starting audience, the ones that have tested the best, is an older audience. So what they do is they sell it for 19.99 for 1 pound. And I specifically remember when I was doing, because I do customer service. So if you call right now, that I'm the person that picks it up. And uh, I remember talking to this lady, and she was ready to place her order for 2 bags. And then she asked me, like, how big are the bags? And I said 12 ounces for $25 a bag. And she just hung up on me. So maybe that was too much. She was already looking for her credit card. I already had gotten her address, and it was a long process because she was an older lady. But she straight up just hung up on me once she found out that it was only 12 ounces. So I decided to change it to 1 pound. But realistically, it hasn't made that much of an impact. But I think that for us to have some sort of metric, we're gonna go ahead and use what Death Wish Coffee does, and is basically sell it at 19.99 plus shipping, um, and then additionally, then you can sell 2 bags, and you give 1 pound for 19.99. So this way, it really, I mean, our biggest cost is really marketing costs. So we want to try to make get people to buy 2 or 3 bags. That's our real goal here. But like, if we got people to buy 2 bags, that would be amazing. We need to figure out how to increase the order. But again, going back to it, like, the biggest test we're currently doing is we're going to change the name, because Abahabra, it seems kind of foreign, and the problem is that I think our audience is more like Middle America. And one lady, I was chatting with her, doing customer support, and she asked if we were from Iraq or something like that. If we were basically like this, like, she was like, I don't want to fund terrorists or something like that, which is crazy. But I think that people get that impression from Abahabra, so it sounds like very foreign and not like American friendly. So so, and it is also not very well branded, because I left it really open, because I thought I was ready to do tests. And really, what happened was that I wanted to leave it open, so everything is pretty vague in the language. Nothing is win a diamond ring, or nothing is about jewelry and coffee. So I think they may be hurting us. And also, the color scheme of our site is really, it's really dark. It's really like, it was meant to be like a luxury coffee brand. But I don't think, I mean, having spoken to people, and like, just from an instinct that I see, I think that this is more of a fun, bubbly product, and we are not that at all. So our biggest goal right now is to switch up the name and the image, and we're gonna call our what is it called? Well, we're still looking, but we have a few options, and they're related to jewelry and coffee. And also, the color scheme is like pink and very feminine because that's our audience. And it's also very fun. So I think this can have a big impact. And we're also going to cut down all other products. I don't think at the end is that important. Right now we want to be able to be profitable. So we want to have the least amount of products so we can take bigger orders and then make bigger orders of our bags, the amount of coffee we order. So that way we have better margins and possibly be profitable. At this point, breaking even would be a huge success. So I think that's the biggest test right now. Uh, and also, I think that if we decide to, yeah, I mean, so basically going into the step-by-step process, I think the main thing we need to do is figure out the bags. I need to reorder the scratch cards, and I need to have a designer design the whole package quickly so we can shoot the video and relaunch. In the meantime, I should also work on the copy because I think that can make a big difference. Perhaps our copy is not that good. But yeah, I think that's it for first video day.